Muhammad Ali, born Cassius Marcellus Clay Jr. on January 17, 1942, in Louisville, Kentucky, is widely regarded as one of the greatest athletes and cultural figures of the 20th century. His life was marked not only by extraordinary achievements in boxing, but also by his outspoken personality, activism, and unwavering commitment to his principles. This story chronicles the life and legacy of a man who transcended sports to become a global icon. Early life and introduction to boxing. Ali grew up in a segregated America, where racial injustice was a stark reality. His journey into boxing began at the age of 12 when his bicycle was stolen. He reported the theft to police officer Joe Martin, who also happened to be a boxing coach. Martin suggested that Clay learn how to fight, a moment that set the young boy on the path to greatness. Under Martin's mentorship, Clay trained diligently, displaying an exceptional work ethic and an unshakable belief in his abilities. He quickly became a standout amateur boxer, winning 6 Kentucky Golden Gloves titles and 2 National Golden Gloves championships. His amateur career culminated in an Olympic gold medal in the light heavyweight division at the 1960 Rome Olympics, a victory that solidified his reputation as a rising star in the boxing world. The rise to heavyweight champion. After turning professional in 1960, Clay quickly gained attention not just for his incredible speed and skill, but also for his charismatic personality and poetic trash talk. His ability to predict the rounds in which he would knock out his opponents became legendary. In 1964, at just 22 years old, he faced the formidable heavyweight champion Sonny Liston. Clay, considered an underdog, shocked the world by defeating Liston in a stunning upset. After the fight, he declared, "I am the greatest." It was a moment that marked the birth of a new kind of champion, one who was not only dominant in the ring, but also defiant and unapologetically himself. Shortly after winning the title, Clay announced his conversion to Islam and changed his name to Muhammad Ali, rejecting what he called his slave name. His association with the Nation of Islam, led by Elijah Muhammad, sparked controversy, but Ali remained steadfast in his beliefs, further establishing himself as a man of conviction. Vietnam War resistance and exile from boxing. In 1967, during the height of the Vietnam War, Ali refused induction into the U.S. military, citing his religious beliefs and opposition to the war. His famous statement, "I ain't got no quarrel with them, Viet Cong," encapsulated his stance against the war, which he saw as unjust. As a result of his refusal, Ali was stripped of his heavyweight title, banned from boxing, and sentenced to 5 years in prison, though he remained free on appeal. During his exile, he became a vocal advocate for civil rights, speaking at universities and engaging in debates about race, war, and justice. His principled stand cost him some of the prime years of his career, but it elevated him from a mere sports figure to a symbol of resistance and courage. Return to boxing and the legendary fights. In 1971, the U.S. Supreme Court overturned Ali's conviction, allowing him to return to boxing. His comeback fight against Joe Frazier, dubbed the fight of the century, was an epic battle between 2 undefeated champions. Ali suffered his first professional loss, but the fight solidified his legacy as a warrior. 3 years later, he reclaimed the heavyweight title by defeating George Foreman in the famous Rumble in the Jungle in Zaire, now the Democratic Republic of the Congo. Using the rope-a-dope strategy, Ali allowed Foreman to tire himself out before knocking him out in the 8th round. It was one of the greatest tactical victories in boxing history. Ali's rivalry with Frazier reached its climax in 1975's Thrilla in Manila, a brutal contest that saw both fighters push themselves to their physical limits. Ali emerged victorious after Frazier's corner stopped the fight before the 15th round. Reflecting on the bout, Ali later said it was the closest thing to death he had ever experienced. Later, career in retirement, Ali continued to fight into the late 1970s, but his skills began to decline. In 1978, he lost his title to Leon Spinks, but regained it in a rematch, becoming the first 3-time heavyweight champion. However, his final fights against Larry Holmes and Trevor Berbick showed a diminished Ali, and he retired in 1981. Shortly after his retirement, Ali was diagnosed with Parkinson's disease, a condition linked to the punishment he took in the ring. Despite his illness, he remained active in humanitarian efforts, philanthropy, and global diplomacy. Legacy and final years. Ali's influence extended beyond sports. He worked for humanitarian causes, met world leaders, and continued to inspire generations with his words and actions. He lit the Olympic torch at the 1996 Atlanta Games, a moment that showcased both his frailty and enduring spirit. He passed away on June 3, 2016, but his legacy as the greatest lives on. Muhammad Ali was more than a boxer. He was a global icon of strength, resilience, and unwavering conviction. His life story remains a testament to the power of belief, courage, and the refusal to be silenced. Muhammad Ali's impact continues to be felt in sports, culture, and activism, proving that his influence was never confined to the boxing ring alone.